from tomorrow, the city will echo to the sound and fury of Formula One race cars getting ready for Sunday's Grand Prix. The World Championship has already been wrapped up by Brazil's Leyton, but with millions of dollars in sponsorship at stake, no one can afford to ease up this weekend. The March team is one of the youngest on the Grand Prix circuit, just 2 years in the business. But as Rick Burnett discovered in Japan, this easy-going bunch of rookies is already challenging the big guns of Formula One.
We've got any petrol in this sucker yet? Oh! Thought we luck had changed, George.
It's practice day before the big race, although you might not know it watching the jovial style of the March racing team.
Cheers, mate! We're losing lots of oil.
That's not to say they aren't deadly serious about winning. They just want to have some fun while they do it. Ivan Capelli is the March team's #1 driver and its star attraction. Follow this 25-year-old Italian into the public grandstand and you'll risk being trampled by his fans.
Good luck, good luck.
Capelli is the public face of the March racing team and its rich Japanese sponsor, Leyton House. Behind the scenes are 25 mechanics and engineers from all over the world. And that includes a couple of Aussies.
They told me I was Australian. I'm trying to keep the English accent up here.
And even in Japan, they expect a hearty English breakfast.
What are you on about? Marmite, George, you're English.
Ian Phillips is the team manager. He's got the job of organising this unlikely bunch.
If you get something wrong, which I do from time to time, of course, you're left with a fair amount of egg on your face and you're being chased by the crew all over. You know, Christ, why did you get us in this lousy hotel? Or you probably find that you're parked in the red light district of a very nice town or something like that. So that tends to make up for it, you know.
Today, Ivan Capelli and his teammate Mauricio Gugelmin will put the cars through their paces at speeds of over 300 kilometres an hour. These are the final time trials. The fastest drivers will get the best grid positions in tomorrow's race.
Alvareto's swung first place now. Has he? Yeah, bastard. Shitbag.
Mauricio's wife Stella watches anxiously from the pit wall. A sudden shower's made the track wet. That can spell disaster for a driver who pushes too hard. And for Mauricio, disaster arrives out of nowhere. No one knows exactly what's happened or whether Mauricio has been seriously hurt, but within seconds the pit crew is working to ready the spare car.
I should have hit the brakes, but I thought I was going to catch and I hold it.
So what's your assessment?
Oh, it's rooted. Basically.
You have a fairly big accident like Mauricio had and he walks out of it completely unhurt and able to get into another one within 5 minutes. There's, you know, a tremendous feeling of relief. In our budgets, we really reckon for each driver to have a fairly one total car during a season. If he doesn't have one, almost you could say he's not trying.
The crash will add $500,000 to the cost of the trip, but the good news is that Ivan Capelli has won a top grid position for tomorrow's start.
My favorite driver, Capelli.
In the meantime, there are public relations duties for the man with the Dustin Hoffman good looks.
This is the happy part of your job. We have to also stay concentrated on the car.
A lot of people believe that there's glamour in it. I can't see it, and I don't think any of us do, really. We do 16 races in 16 countries between the middle of March and the beginning of November. You see an airport, a car, a hotel, and a racetrack. And immediately the race is over, you're scurrying back to the airport. There's not really an awful lot of glamour about that.
There's no shortage of beautiful women following the Grand Prix circuit, and Ivan Capelli is the centre of a lot of attention.
For the women, I have to be careful because my girlfriend is really how to say, jealous. Yeah, jealous.
Ivan Capelli's come a long way since he started racing go-karts at the age of 14.
When you're in, you're in. You can't get out.
He still likes to take time out with the pit crew to give them a chance to get behind the wheel.
It's fun because we are all together here with the mechanics and we can run together. They can understand now here, just for driving a go-kart, how it's hard for us to drive a Formula 1 car.
I don't think Alain Prost would be out playing with go-karts.
He's a different different driver. I mean, Alain Prost is already a top driver.
I think you will still do that when you are the world champion. You will come out here and play with the mechanics?
Yes, probably. Even more, probably.
6 a.m. race day. By 7 a.m., 6 hours before the race, the crowds are already packed in.
Someone didn't put it in right. Well, it's now on. What can't be changed?
Out on the course, the publicity machines are also getting into top gear. And in the middle of all this, Capelli snoozes. Outside there's light drizzle, the sort of weather any racing team dreads. But in pit lane, it's all smiles.
Just need some of these up.
Just a few minutes before the start, rock stars Mark Knopfler and Eric Clapton arrive to lend some encouragement.
You do enjoy it, don't you?
The Brazilian favourite, Ayrton Senna, has polled the best start position. If he wins this race, he wins the 1988 Drivers' Championship.